Have you ever felt a disagreement with someone didn't really start the way you thought? That's because conflict often begins with perception. In today's mini lecture, we'll explore how conflict works, what makes it so common in close relationships, and how power and communication styles influence whether conflict escalates or gets resolved. By the end, you'll have 3 key takeaways you can use when you face conflict yourself. First, what is conflict? Conflict happens when people perceive incompatible goals or someone interfering with their objectives. The 4 core features are: conflict begins with perception, it involves clashes in goals or behavior, it is a process, something that unfolds over time, and fourth, it is a dynamic. It changes as people react. Understanding this helps us see conflict not as a one-time event, but as a process we're a part of. Next, why do conflicts show up so much in close relationships? Because we spend prolonged time interacting and we share many roles. The reading highlights 3 major sources. 1, irritating partner behavior, habitual annoyances. 2, disagreements over rules, for example, no phones at dinner. 3, personality clashes, workaholic versus laid back. When you combine these emotional intensities and shared lives, you get a high chance of conflict. There's another layer, power. Power means the ability to influence or control other events. The key points. Power is always present, even when hidden. It can be balanced, symmetrical, or imbalanced, complementary. Those with moderate power often use controlling communication. People with higher power often don't need to show their power. They know they'll be listened to. Plus, power currency, things like resource, expertise, social network, personal traits, and intimacy shape how conflict plays out. How we manage conflict matters a lot. The reading lists 5 styles: avoiding, accommodating, competing, reacting, and collaborating. For example, avoidance is very common but can lead to cumulative annoyance. Collaborating, treating conflict as mutual problem solving, tends to produce better long-term outcomes. Also, cultures play a role. In collectivistic cultures, you'll see more avoidance / accommodation. In individualistic ones, more competition / reacting. So you need to pick a style that fits both your culture and relationships. To wrap up, conflict starts with perception and is ongoing. Close relationships add complexity via habits, rules, personalities, and power and style determine how conflict ends. Next time you feel tension, ask, am I reacting to perception? What goal is clashing? How much power is involved? Which style am I using? Here's a question for you. What one change could you make in your next disagreement to manage more constructively? Thanks for listening.